All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music and crazy dancing and all kinds of bizarre stuff. David Lee Roth, and doing it in real time for a few real people out there, just like you, just like me. All right, before I get onto that amazing topic, David Lee Roth, right? We've been talking a lot about Dave in recent days as he has injected himself into a lot of different things. Um, I want to showcase this band here, Causeway Stars. This particular album is kind of dance oriented. It's like old school dance music, right? From maybe the late 70s. Some may say it's kind of disco ish. And yeah, I'm kind of okay with disco. I just, after a while, you're like, I think it was Glenn Fry who said at one point that maybe all those Donna Summer albums that we railed against weren't so bad after all. I've got all three of their albums. This one is called Magic Places. And then finally, this one is a bit more of an AOR album, which this one is my favorite. It's called Thirds a Charm. All right, Causeway Stars. You can stream all of their music. What I love about these guys is super well produced, like top notch production value. And even the CD coasters are really nice. And again, I wouldn't use this one as a coaster because this has just that cardboard material on the outside. So if you put an adult beverage on there, I'm pretty sure it might mess the CD up. So only use that for the plastic CD cases. Now, I want to also thank Causeway Stars for basically supporting this channel for how many years now? It's crazy. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon or through YouTube memberships. All right, David Lee Roth. He is rapping along to a Taylor Swift song. Now, this seems a bit like grifting. You know, the Super Bowl is coming. Taylor Swift is in the news because she's a psyop, right? She's going to destroy the election and help Joe Biden get reelected. All right. First of all, Joe Biden right now, he's in a lot of trouble because he can't think. Okay. He can't get through a sentence. And they just cleared him of all charges on the documents. And the guy who did so was like, this is a feeble old man. He really can't remember anything. You know, like a nice, feeble old man who should be playing shuffleboard, should be over at the villages, enjoying all the perks over there. But he's the president of the United States and he's running for reelection, supposedly. Anyway, so how does this relate to David Lee Roth? Well, Dave is doing this Lavender Forgiveness song, which I had never heard. And I can see why people get upset with Taylor Swift. I guess she does a song called Lavender Haze. And Dave's video is called Lavender Forgiveness. And he's dancing around to the song in the video. He does these dance videos. It's shot in black and white. It's got some bizarre, looks like Indian rugs maybe in the background. And Dave is dressed with his overalls and his hat from when Van Halen reformed back in like 2007. He was wearing hats and he was trying to look cool. I don't know how cool this makes him look, but it is interesting. And this raises a few questions. All right. Number one, the other day I was wondering out loud because a rock star friend of mine said maybe Dave is unloading on Wolfgang to kind of clear his conscience. You know, he has nothing else to really lose at this point, and maybe he's got some health issues. And then I posted that thing about how his doctor told him not to tour anymore, but yet apparently his doctor is okay with David Lee Roth dance videos. Just, and this song, by the way, I have not really spent a lot of time listening to music by Taylor Swift, and I'm a better man for it. That's all I can tell you. I mean, the droning, The stuff I talked about from the Grammys the other day, this is actually worse because, first of all, it's not rock. It's, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's pop, it's R&B. These categories now have all just congealed. Okay, that's the word that comes to mind. Like, the fat drips down and it just turns into this white blob. That's what this music is. And Roth obviously trying to cash in on the fact that it's Super Bowl weekend. He puts out a video dancing around, celebrating. See, what David Lee Roth does, and he does it unsuccessfully, is he tries to keep relevant with what's happening in the music world by telling us he likes EDM music. This stuff, by the way, used to drive Eddie Van Halen crazy. And the interviews they did, I don't know, like 10 years ago in support of whatever Van Halen was up to at that moment. At one point during the interview, I remember watching Eddie Van Halen talk about how he doesn't like dance music and Dave doesn't want to be his friend. And everybody should have known at that point this was just a business deal. And of course it was. But Roth has been into this stuff for quite some time. He tries to be relevant. You go to Roth and you think to yourself, okay, you're a rock guy. What are you doing listening to all this stuff? And again, it's enlightened. It's, I am on the cutting edge because I'm going to dance around in a black and white video, a fairly old dude, by the way. And it gets a little creepy, speaking of Joe Biden, it gets a little creepy. Dave throws down some really good dance moves, but is that really helping him with his fan base? Now, some people come along and say, David Lee Roth, he's the ultimate entertainer. Look at him. He's dancing around. He's pulling this off. Now, I really did enjoy the Wolfgang Van Halen takedowns. I really enjoyed those a lot. I think, quite honestly, Roth could have a radio show on like Sirius XM. I know he does his podcast. I think it's independent from anything. Somebody should give him like they don't have to pay him a fortune, but give him a decent deal. It keeps him maybe off of YouTube a little bit. And maybe he won't redo any more Van Halen classics and try to make, force people to stream his version of the song, because people aren't forced to do it, but they're going to do it by accident. It's going to be like, okay, I'm looking for this song. It pops up first. Here it is. I mean, this is happening with certain bands like the Guess Who and the Little River Band, where people are looking for the song they heard on the radio, and it's not that version. And that's really disappointing. I'm just saying, it's very disappointing when you stumble upon the wrong version of a song you want to listen to. So in any event, David Lee Roth, again, trying to remain and stay relevant and interesting. This is why Sammy Hagar has some interesting things to say. The dispensary comments where Dave's not getting the right level of medication. But then Dave fires back about the alien probe, which I thought was very entertaining. And see, this is one of those equal opportunity back and forth, making fun of the other guy, and your side is going to cheer you on. See, we live in a tribal world. We have tribal entertainment. We have, because at this stage, I mean, Taylor Swift, if you're not into Taylor Swift, and it's like, no, I'm not. Thank God I don't have a young daughter currently growing up, because I would just be mortified at the choices. But I hate to say it like everybody's doing it, but everybody is doing it. It's the big deal these days to be listening to Taylor Swift and paying attention to every move she makes. And hence, this is why the conspiracy theories are out there about Taylor being, what is it, an FBI plant or a CIA asset or something? Maybe they should have sent Taylor Swift to Russia instead of having Tucker Carlson go. That might have been interesting. I don't know. Anyway, folks, much ado about not that much today with David Lee Roth. He's just being himself, but it's a little creepy. All right. It just gets creepy seeing David Lee Roth doing these things. And, for those of us who want to go back to like 1984 and the Roth years, like Women and Children First and Fair Warning. That's when Van Halen was like, yes, that's the kind of Van Halen I like to listen to. But not so much with Dave. Dave's kind of playing out the string here. With all this energy, right? If he doesn't have any kind of medical issue, why isn't he out on tour? Why isn't he doing a Vegas residency? With all of this great dance stuff that he's able to pull off here, why not, put it to good use? Get on a stage somewhere. People would pay to see it. If people will pay to see Kiss avatars, they will definitely pay to see David Lee Roth. So anyway, Causeway Stars, the first album, kind of disco. Magic Places, a little bit more of that, but a little leaning toward pop. And then the third one, which is a great AOR album, some stuff on here actually sounds like Dennis DeYoung and Styx. More the Dennis DeYoung version of Styx, obviously. Third's a Charm. Definitely a great album, great production value. Even if you don't like the music, I would check out Causeway Stars just to see if I'm telling the truth, right? It's well produced. The packaging here is great. If you want to buy yourself a CD, that's a good idea. CausewayStars.com if you want to order. I believe you can go there and tell them I sent you. Not that that really is going to make much of a difference, but maybe if I can move one CD out the door, that'll accomplish my goal for the day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, don't forget about YouTube memberships and also Patreon to support this channel as we continue to fight against the algorithm. Even though I didn't say anything too controversial in this video, other than talking about music and politics and health issues. So not too much. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.